This weekend between April 17th to April 19th, 2020 was supposed to be the annual Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. Unfortunately, with the current COVID-19 virus pandemic that is occurring here around the world, and with the orders that there should not be any mass gatherings of any kind, the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach followed those orders and have canceled the event this year, along with many other sporting events and other big gatherings. This is all an effort to help prevent the spread of the COVID-19 virus. Before continuing on this vlog, I'd like to thank all the healthcare workers, all the workers of essential businesses, for the healthcare workers helping to heal the sick, and for those workers of essential businesses helping us purchase our daily necessities to survive. And for us at home, we need to do our part to help prevent the spread of the coronavirus, to stay home and to only go out when needed. By doing these videos and putting them out to YouTube, I hope you could use my videos as a way to escape these hard times at the moment, and for you to enjoy this form of entertainment that I'm providing. And with that, I thank you for your viewership. In this Chronicle, and in honor of what was supposed to be the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach this weekend, I want to talk to you about my past experiences visiting the Grand Prix of Long Beach, as it was sponsored before by Toyota, the Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach. I'm going to showcase in this Chronicle my trips from when I first started going to the Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach, all the way up to the 2013 race from Long Beach. Because back then in 2009, it was just the start of the smartphones. I still had an old flip phone. You know what? I still have it. This old phone, this old flip phone. So I didn't do a lot of filming per se. I did take a lot of pictures. I used a simple point and shoot digital camera. And with some of the friends that came along with me at that time, they had a point and shoot digital camera as well, and they shared me their footage and photos from the events when we visited. With that, my first ever trip to the Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach was in 2009. The 2009 Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach happened back on April 19th, 2009. Again, it's my first time visiting the Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach. And by the way, I got these tickets for free. How I got these tickets for free? Well, back in the day on the IndyCar website, they had this fan club called IndyCar Downforce. And basically, you can earn points by visiting the events and whatnot. And another way to earn points is playing the IndyCar Fantasy League, which I played that IndyCar Fantasy League. And all the points that you earn up can be used to purchase rewards. And with the points I've accumulated from the previous season in 2008 into 2009, I had enough points to redeem for Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach tickets. It was awesome that I was able to do that. So for my first time visiting the Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach in 2009, I invited my dad to come along with me. It was 2 free tickets. And these tickets were general admission. And since it was my first time at the event, I didn't know what to expect. Basically, I was seeing everything for the first time, from the expo and how everything is set up, seeing all the trailers and all the festivities around the Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach. It excited my senses. And then the cars, the Indy cars, seeing them run around was amazing. Where we were seated was a general admission grandstand. Since these were general admission tickets, it was amazing hearing these Indy cars zoom down the street course of Long Beach. To reiterate, this is my first time at the Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach, but it wasn't my first IndyCar race. Technically, before unification, the IndyCar series was split into 2 different series. One called the Kart series, or was then transformed into the Champ Car series. and then he had the Indy Racing League. So technically my first IndyCar race was a Champ Car race in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada for the Rexall Grand Prix of Edmonton. So technically this is my second IndyCar race that I've attended. But once again, like with that Champ Car race and with this IndyCar race in Long Beach, it was exciting to see all the IndyCar drivers: Danica Patrick, Dario Franchitti, Danica Patrick, Elio Castroneves, Danica Patrick, Scott Dixon, Dan Weldon, Danica Patrick, Marco Andretti, Danica Patrick, Tony Kanaan, Danica Patrick. Yeah, it was exciting to see all these drivers race on the streets of Long Beach. With it just visiting that Sunday, we didn't allow for too much time to explore the perimeter of the events. But in the back of my head, I knew that I was gonna come back here again and again and again, and you'll see as this video goes along and in future chronicles that I definitely discover a lot more to the Grand Prix of Long Beach. So with my first time seeing the Grand Prix of Long Beach, the winner of this race was Dario Franchitti. In his return year back to the IndyCar Series, and with the IndyCar Series second year after the unification, to where the Champ Car and IndyCar drivers raced essentially for the first time all together, since in the 2008 event they held the Champ Car finale in Long Beach, while the IndyCar side of things raced in Twin Ring Motegi in Japan because of the conflict of the schedules. And then that's where Danica Patrick got her first win, was in Motegi in 2008. But again, Dario Franchitti won the race, Will Power finished in second, and Tony Kanaan completed the podium in third. For the 2010 Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach, I once again got 2 free tickets thanks to Indy Downforce and IndyCar Nation Fan Club, to where I redeemed my points that I earned from the fantasy leagues and redeemed them for tickets to the Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach. Now, what was cool about these tickets is that it was for the entire weekend. Unfortunately, we didn't go on Friday because of work obligations, but my friends and I made a weekend out of it on Saturday and Sunday. The 2010 Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach was held back on April 17th and April 18th. Because I only had 2 tickets and there's multiple friends, we decided one of my friends went with me on Saturday and the other would come with me on Sunday. So this was my first time going to the Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach on a Saturday. There I got my first glimpse of the sports car race, the American Le Mans series at the time. I got to see my first glimpses of the sports cars, the prototypes and whatnot. It was cool to see. And it was an exciting race that I only found out after the fact, because we left early to head to my friend's house that we were staying with. But from what I saw from that American Le Mans series race, it was awesome to see. Were reserved seating, not general admission. So it was my first time experiencing reserved seating where you have your own spot. The grandstand we were in was basically the front stretch again. Once again, seeing the cars just fly by that start from the straight or go up through the gears, gaining speed through the straightaway, is amazing to see. For the race on Sunday, April 18th, my friend filmed me doing this pull-up challenge for the National Guard.
Oh, this is it, Gio. 5, come on, 1, 2, 3, 4, one more, Gio! Dog tag! Yeah! Dog tag! Yeah! There you go! Yeah, sweet!
And then during the IndyCar race that Sunday, Will Power would lead the beginning stints of the race.
comes the number 36. Now, this is Bertrand Baguette, the driver out of Belgium in the Conquest Racing car. He is in the number 2 pit stall. He's back away. He's waiting for the result of second place.
But would then lose it to Ryan Hunter-Reay as he accidentally hit his pit lane speed limiter coming out of the hairpin. After Ryan Hunter-Reay would pass Will Power, Ryan Hunter-Reay would end up with the surprise win. Justin Wilson would finish second, and Will Power would finish third. April 17, 2011, the 2011 Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach. In 2011, I did not get free tickets. Unfortunately, IndyCar ended that service where you could use your points to redeem for free tickets. Again, I invited friends to come with me for the event. This time, I chose not to sit in the start-finish straight near the finish line to explore different parts of the track, since it is a street circuit and it is difficult to see the entirety of the circuit. That I wanted to check out the race by spectating near turn 1. With that, we bought grandstand seating near turn 1. For the IndyCars in 2011, this was the last year they're using this type of Dallara chassis. Now, what was cool about this time visiting the Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach in 2011, since Dan Wheldon was out of a ride, he would end up being a part-time runner. On that day, Brian Herta announced his Brian Herta Autosport team, to where he has Dan Wheldon drive the number 98 William Rast IndyCar for the 2011 Indy 500 in celebration for the 100 years of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway that year. Albeit just a model car, it was cool to see that model car displayed in the expo. In 2011, what they did that year is that they handed out free general admission tickets to go see the IndyCar finale in Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It was pretty cool for IndyCar to hand out free tickets for the general public to just get for free with their paid admission to the Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach and all the other subsequent races of the season, to which it was while supplies last. In that expo, I got to participate in a contest. This contest was us trying to imitate the sounds of an IndyCar.
Let's do it. So here we go. First one. My sound guy did not cheer for you, Ron. How about Pete Penske?
Yeah!
How about Danica? No love? Did you do the pit stop? I thought that was pretty creative. How about my man? Hey, someone over there skates right. All right. That's your pit crew. How about Uncle Rick? Wow, well, I think this was a landslide. Well, actually, I think it was between two. I think it was between Ron and Team Penske. So you gentlemen, I'm going to ask you guys to safely exit stage right. But then, yeah, everybody give it up for me. We're going to get past it. I'm going to move you guys to the center stage. And fans, here you go. Now you got two people to cheer for. Who will it be to take home the prize? Is it Ron? Good boy right there. How about Team Penske?
Yeah!
It's close, but I think if they took out your boy, I think it's going to Team Penske.
Thanks to one of my friends who was very loud, since they're doing it based off of cheers from the audience, I ended up getting the win of that contest. I got a pretty cool gift package featuring Dan Wheldon's old National Guard apparel and memorabilia, and I got a picture with the Izod IndyCar girl. This was my first time visiting that part of the circuit near turn 1. I did not know that the Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach allow for standing room viewing points for general admission ticket holders. What's cool about the restaurants that are along the Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach event is that they remain open for the spectators. There was Famous Dave's, a Boston pizza restaurant, a Chili's out back, and these other local restaurants that were there. There's a Yard House there. This was my first time going to one of the restaurants. We went to a Chili's to eat lunch during the event. It's pretty cool, again, that they have the restaurants open for the spectators of the Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach. Before we had lunch, we did see the Indy Lights race. And then after lunch, we went back to our seats and saw the IndyCar race. The 2011 edition of the Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach saw Mike Conway take the win. It was another surprise win and a very good strategy that was brought out. Ryan Briscoe finished in second, and Dario Franchitti completed the podium in third. It was awesome seeing these Indy cars, this chassis, for the last time running the streets of Long Beach. For the 2012 Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach, I invited my sister and her friend along to check out the race. We would spend the weekend in Long Beach and stay the night, but we would only attend that race that Sunday, April 15, 2012. I was particularly excited about this race because it was the first race seeing the new Dallara chassis, the DW12. And one thing cool about this season, this is the year when former Formula One driver, former Ferrari driver, Rubens Barrichello would race in the IndyCar series. It was great seeing him race live and in person in Long Beach, along with the regular personalities of the IndyCar series. That Sunday morning, I went by myself early to the event. I got a chance to get a picture with IndyCar driver Pippa Mann, and I got a picture with a not yet that well known James Hinchcliffe. In 2012, James Hinchcliffe replaced Danica Patrick. As Danica Patrick moved to NASCAR, James Hinchcliffe took over her seat in Andretti Autosport and took up the GoDaddy brand. For this race, we only got general admission tickets, to where this is the first time I tried out watching the race at these standing room only viewing points. And for this time, I really wanted to stand by turn 1 to witness the race. Again, they have new chassis, meaning a new body type for this season and the seasons to come. In 2012, it also marked the return of different engine manufacturers to the IndyCar series. Before, it was all spec, meaning all the same body types and all the same engine suppliers. In the 2012 season of the IndyCar series, we saw 3 engine manufacturers in the fold. Of course, Honda, as they were previously the sole engine supplier of the IndyCar series. And then Chevrolet makes a return to the IndyCar series. And the 3rd manufacturer to enter in this series in 2012 is Lotus. It was a great race, as one of my favorite drivers, or my favorite driver of the IndyCar series, Will Power, would get the win, with Simon Pagenaud finishing in 2nd and James Hinchcliffe finishing in 3rd. And finally, for the last race featured in this Chronicle, is the 2013 Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach. I invited my friend, and I also invited my sister along with her friends. We just went that Sunday, and we got general admission tickets to once again stand by turn 1. In my previous visits to the Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach, I did visit the expo and got like all these free stuff and whatnot. I'd say this is pretty legendary, as my friend and I took one of these sponsored photos, and it features the 2-seater IndyCar, and I did this. I remember asking the person in charge of that booth if I could do that on the car, and it was cool that they let me. And then I have my friend testing his hops with the vertical jump thing, and then you set these bars to measure how high you can jump.
Go! All the way to the top! Almost!
In the expo, they featured the Camaro, which is depicted in the DreamWorks animated movie Turbo. We did miss it trackside as we were eating lunch at the time. In 2013, it was the start of the new racing series called Robbie Gordon's Stadium Super Trucks. But we got to see it on the monitors in that restaurant, as they do broadcast the race to the restaurants. From what we saw, it was amazing to see, as they race around the Long Beach street circuit, and in the middle, in certain parts of the circuit, they add ramps, and the trucks launch off these ramps. If you haven't seen the previous chronicle of my visit to the 2019 Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach, definitely check it out. It does have a feature of Stadium Super Trucks. And then as I go through the years explaining my visits to the Grand Prix of Long Beach, there are more years after this one that I plan to do, because I have yet to showcase my visits in 2014 all the way up to 2018. And in those years, I definitely checked out the Stadium Super Trucks. The 2013 edition of the Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach was exciting. Strategies played out as there were a lot of cautions on track, and the racing was intense to watch. we witnessed Charlie Kimball wreck into the tires during a restart. And then in another restart, we witnessed Tony Kanaan crashing out in turn 1. I only got the last part of that.
The local yellow, there's yellow flags waving over there.
We love you, Tony! Awesome. Poor Tony. He's so good.
Tony Kanaan would injure his hand in the accident. After the race played out, Takuma Sato would get his first ever IndyCar Series win.
Hey! Taku!
Completing the podium, Graham Rahal would finish second, and Justin Wilson would finish third. It is sad that there won't be an Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach this year, but I could definitely reminisce of the past times I visited there, and I look forward to going to the 2021 edition of the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I will be doing more vlogs featuring my visits to the Grand Prix of Long Beach from 2014 to 2018. Thank you for watching this Chronicle. Make sure to like this video. Again, subscribe to the Spellgo YouTube channel for more of my content. Stay safe, stay home as much as possible, help prevent the spread of the COVID-19 virus. And as always, thank you for watching.